Good morning, friends, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. It's Oathsworn time. We're on to chapter 8. That 8 looks like it's upside down. That's bizarre. I forgot my water. Damn. I've got half a glass. That'll have to last us for this episode. We're playing chapter 8. And I think maybe after this chapter we might tag someone new in. We might tag in someone new, maybe replace the Cur and go for a new character. But if you haven't been following along, we've got a Cur, we've got a Harbinger, we've got the Priest, and we've got the Ursus Warbear. We're currently doing instant action mode. That may change at some point in the future. But what I have figured out, which probably should have been obvious, my event decks have not changed. So if I was to draw an event, it's basically just going to be one of the starting events, which is not good. So I think more than likely we will have to use instant action mode for the rest of the campaign. Otherwise we'll miss some of the stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'll decide later on. Hello, Doug. So we're on to chapter 8. So if you recall, yesterday we just finished the storyline with the big guy who's on the front of the mystery boxes. He's called the Venerator. And we beat him, but then we looked at this book, and this book that he was holding, and everyone was still being crazy. So let's continue with instant action mode. With many villagers still under the strange spell, you focus on those that had yet to fall to the Venerator's powers. From then you learn the Venerator arrived yesterday and immediately began the sacrifices. No explanation, no warning. Among the lucid is a banksmith, who, grateful for your efforts, offers you a selection of weapons and armour. Oh, nice, okay. So we're going to do some trading. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I've already got 12 items. I'll just check out what's in here, if there's anything that I need that I can use that's better. I definitely want that. Dried meat, gain 1 animus. Okay, pretty good. Recurve bow, kite shield, greatsword, brooch. When you attack an enemy's rear, gain empowered ×2. Thank you. Reinforced leather. Carapace. Sure. And a blessed object. Gain 1 redraw on an attack where you draw 7 or more cards. Don't think so. We'll just grab another evergreen staff. So I'm going to have to give up some items for this. So hunting knife's 1. Oh, that's good. Not giving that up. Not giving that up. Not giving that up. Probably don't need that. That. No. No. I think we're going to have to... When do we get our next level up thing? We've got heaps of items, that's the problem. And I want to keep them all. Yeah, we get a free company trade at the end of this. Alright. I'll worry about that after. I'll worry about what we need to keep after. So we're definitely selling a hunting knife. We'll be selling some more stuff. Excellent. Let's continue. After your trade, your attention returns to the Venerator's corpse and the malefic tome that lies beside it, wrapped in charred black leather and bound by chains. Suddenly, the village is thrown into a panic. The children are missing, a mother screams. During the battle with the Venerator, it seems the children ran off into the woods. Considering the violence, it is understandable they might run and hide. But to flee into the woods, surely they know better. Thinking that this village cannot get much stranger, you move to secure the Venerator's stolen tome. Choose, either open the book or burn the book. We will open the book. Everyone gets a redraw token. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last thing you remember is touching the book. You awaken in a desolate field of bones beneath a twisting miasma of sky, illuminated by twin orange suns. That's a callback to a certain chapter that we played quite recently. A young girl stands before you. She says her name is Lena and reveals she is one of a number of children trapped in this strange realm. The other children are scattered throughout this place on various islands floating in the maelstrom. Lena believes that by saving them you might save yourself. Leading you through the Bone Land, she reveals a secluded thicket where you find a large wooden table surrounded by empty chairs. On the table is a map with a miniature statue on top. This appeared when you did. Open mystery envelope D and place its contents in the middle of play. So mystery envelope D. Oh, have I not turned that camera on? On you come, camera. So mystery envelope D is right here in my hands. And it is a pretty cool one. Geez, those orange eyes look familiar. I mean suns. It looks cool. We don't use this in instant action mode, but it's cool to look at. Instinctively, you move your sculpture to one of the islands depicted on the map, and the world around you instantly transforms. You are suddenly standing in an enormous silk web as a giant spider tends to a pair of children wrapped in cocoons. This is your chance to test Lena's theory, but saving both children from the spider may prove difficult. I'm going to save both kids. Perform a round of combat against Defense 8. Okay. What do we do? Place a track. Oh yeah, here. Spider. Alright, so the person who's going to do the combat round is the Warbear. So we've got 2 reds and we'll roll 2 whites. Combat 8. Okay, so we get a critical, which means we can roll another red. We're going to use a reroll token, which is a 2, which is an 8, which is a success. Done. Place a tracker die showing 2 on the table. Two. As life flees from the giant arachnid's eyes, again the world shifts in a gut-wrenching swirl, and you find yourself back in the thicket, staring at the map on the table. The chairs around the table are now filled with the children you saved. This realm is pure madness, but at least you have something to focus on. Moving the sculpture to another island brings you to a swampy marshland. This one. You can hear children sing in the distance. As you turn, you suddenly see the face of the woman from Bastogne who you failed to save from the broodmother. A giant rat screeches from somewhere off in the muggy bog. Each Oathsworn performs a sanity check, which is of difficulty 5. Add 1 to your result for each hit point you have lost so far. I've lost none. How good is that? It didn't say each Oathsworn performs a round of combat. So yeah, okay. A sanity check. Difficulty 5. All that succeed gain a battle flow token as you begin to see through the illusion. The cur fails. We didn't lose a hit point. Oh, yeah, no, we do. The Harbinger. Harbinger succeeds like a champion. The Warbear succeeds like a champion. And the Priest, he's a priestly champion as well. Just the cur. So they all gain battle flow tokens. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we use that reroll. Pressing on, you come to a clearing and see a child skipping around a rock with a glowing glyph carved into the surface. The young girl's feet are blistered and bloody. You instinctively pick her up and are immediately teleported back to the thicket. Another child sits at the table. Increase the die on the table by 1. Boop. You feel stronger, or the hold on this place has you grows weaker. You still think you could leave, but you know there are more children in the islands. Choose to look for another child or leave immediately. I will increase the number on the tracker die by 1. So we're up to 4. With the children around you smiling, an irresistible urge causes you to flip the table. Time stands still as the map flies in the air and your world spins into chaos. When the swirling unreality settles, you are back in reality in the village, standing over the corpse. Not only are you back in the village, but you seem to know where the children are. Following your instincts, you find a den of bones, fetishes, and many children. You note some of them are familiar. They are the ones you saved in the realm of madness. Other children hang from the trees, their eyes glowing a brilliant orange. This is a scene you are all too familiar with. Sentries. The satyr is here. Perform a sneak check, difficulty 7. Add the number on the tracker die to your result. If you succeed, all Oathsworn gain a combat token of their choice and mark the special rules token. Alright, so we need to score 3 because we have a 4. We have many rerolls, which is good because we'll be rerolling at least 2 of those. Alright, now we're rerolling another one. We succeed, but we have to use 1, 2, 3 rerolls. That's awful. Okay. So, if you have, we get the encounter special rules board and we then gain a combat token of our choice. It'll just be a reroll token back. The great form of the satyr is before you. I need to load up my thing. There we go. Log in. Okay, so this hopefully, that's great. So we've done the story. We did the special unique item encounter. So here we've done the story. We got the special rules, which is great. So we can look at that, although we pretty much already know what it is. It's the satyr! Haha! Satyrific. Alright. I might need to tweak that, let's tweak that camera. Good. Okay, so we have all of our stuff. Let's go through them all. So the priest has got, we've gone for lay on hands and transfiguration. Do we want that? No. There's no minions in this map. So let's make him a fighty priest. Or do we use the other one, the level 5 one, which is healing? Let's have a look at his other cards. Where's the other card? So that's a token and a prayer. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go for this one. I don't need him to be a fighty priest. Let's have him be a healing priest. The war bear. Toss is very worthwhile. We can toss this guy into a tree. That seems good. Reduce that damage by 3. Yep, so we're definitely going to take that. And we've done the rest of these. Good, good, good. So our objective in this particular mission is to save the children. There are 5 location tokens on the game board. These represent the enslaved children whose orange eyes focus on you and empower the satyr. For each location token on the board, the satyr adds 1 damage to all its attacks. So the satyr currently has plus 5 damage to all its attacks. Keep a track placed near the might track. If an obstacle with a location token is ever removed from the board, so too will be the location token. Once per round, one Oathsworn that is adjacent to an obstacle may attempt to blindfold a child by performing a might check. If the Oathsworn is successful, Remove the location token from the board. If the Oathsworn is within line of sight of the satyr when an attempt is successful, they immediately draw a hallucination card. Very good. So, the satyr is rolling a lot of cards. 2 black, 1 red, 2 yellow, and a white. And he's effectively +5 damage at the start of the fight. It's not good. So let's see what we can do about it. The first card is a hurl. Transfix, move 5 to its target. So we want to knock out that flank first, which is the staff hand. And our deployment is along that board. Alright, I reckon we might put the priest on save the children duty. So the priest can start here. The Harbinger is also a pretty good option for that. But we can only do 1 per round. Is that right? Blindfold once per round. One Oathsworn that is adjacent to an obstacle may attempt to blindfold the child. Okay, well, we should do this instead. And do that, yes. Might check. Cool. Alright. So we're ready to start the encounter. I'll shuffle this deck. This is the hallucination deck, which is a lot of fun. We do fun things with the hallucination deck. Transfix is classic fun. So I feel like we want to try and avoid breaking dice until we've at least removed a couple of tracker tokens. So this guy's only moving 5 to his target. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. If an obstacle with a location token is removed, so will the location token. Cool. Alright, so remember we now have more Animus to play with, but our regen value is still the same. So hopefully, I'm going to change to the exile. I want to play the exile. After this, we're going to rescue an exile somehow. 2 and 2. So the priest is going to start, and the priest is going to use Blessing. All Oathsworn gain a reroll, empower, or a shield. I'm going to take an empower on all 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the first of the priest's animus. The second of the priest's animus is to move. He's going to move over to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the priest's done. The Harbinger, unfortunately, has to play the perforation, which is if you have 6, lose 1. So we lose 1 because of our perforation, and that card's basically irrelevant for the rest of the round, but that's fine. Now we will play Prophetic Fulfillment, and we're going to choose the Warbear, which rotates this around, but it doesn't matter, as I said. And the Warbear is going to get a tracker dice put on it. So his health is 6. If we come back with that card, and his health is less than 6, we will get to do stuff. Deadeye Shot, pretty good. Prescient Strike. Talon Strike, Quickening. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, if we do the attack, then he's moving 3 northwest. Okay, So what I reckon we'll do, oh yeah, the Avi's going to do a might check to try and free the little kid. Free the little kid, might check. Need a 5. Have reroll tokens. We'll reroll. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, we'll reroll. What is the difficulty? It's difficulty 4. Okay. We'll reroll again. There we go. Good job. So reroll. Done. Reroll. Done. So this tracker token has been removed. So the Satyr is going to drop 4, or down to 4 damage on his attacks, which is good for the good guys. Okay, now what I'm going to do is position so that this guy can't attack it. So if we go 1-2 movement, the Satyr can move 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's not going to be in range of us to attack there. The Warbear's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the priest actually has to go there, and the Warbear goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we're out. And then the Cur's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Softly. Okay, so the Satyr goes. He's going to transfix, which is going to give one of these cards. Unfortunately, these are bad, and they might stop us from doing stuff. The furthest person. Oh, what? Horrifying scream. That's a bad one. So the furthest person will be the priest. So that means that the Warbear and the Cur both get a hallucination. So the Warbear. Oh, that's bad. Move as close as possible, spending Animus as usual. So we can't. Great. Once you're as close as possible to the center hex, gain a thingy token. Alright, so he can't move for this turn. The Warbear. That's unfortunate. Good. And then, oh, we're going to combat token of my choice. I'll take an Animus token. And then the Rogue, they're out to get me. Target the closest Oathsworn. You must move into range and attack them with 4 might cards, adding your white cards if needed. Come on, Rogue, why are you doing that? So red, yellow, white. Rogue is attacking the bear. Doesn't critical, can't miss. Oh, why would you roll that? 3, 6, 8, 10. It's only 1 damage. That says after an adjacent enemy draws damage, reduce it by 3, so I can't use this. Does this say I'm treated as an enemy? No. You cannot use interrupts to help the victim of this attack. Alright, well that's pretty awful. So the Warbear's going to lose a wound. At least when Prophetic Fulfillment gets around, we'll get to re-roll that. Great, so that's Transfix done. Now it's going to move 5 to its target. Its target is the Rogue. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to smash that, are we? Yep. So the tracker token's been killed as well. He is out of range of the attack that he wants to do, hurl. And so that doesn't happen. And then he's going to move 3 to the northwest. 1, 2, 3, like so. Sure would be good if the Warbear was able to do something. That's done. Six. All right, so next round. So we're replenishing there. We're replenishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. 2 and 2. Alright, so the Harbinger probably wants to go and try save another kid rather than doing anything else. So if I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll be out of line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I will be able to come back into the fight using my wings, so that'll be fine. The cur, does the cur want to get in there and do a swing? Yeah, probably. And the warbear's not doing anything. What does the cur want to do? The next card that we're facing is another hurl, so he is going to be able to get to the warbear this turn. Smoke bomb, dodge, throwing daggers, nightshade. So if I was to move 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll leave me with 4 animus, so I can play a backstab. Alright, so let's use the priest to bless all of our guys, and we're going to take a defense token this time. Defense, defense, defense. Let's see how that works. And then I think the priest will... We might just try and do a heal on the rogue. So this is difficulty 7. It's going to roll 5 dice. Like, the worst thing that happens is we fail. Well, at the moment, we have not failed. So 2 crits, we succeed. The rogue goes back up to 6. The priest is healed once this round. It's delightful. It's delightful. Can roll dice, the big man. Can roll some red hot dice. Okay, so the Avi is actually doing that, which means that goes to there. If you have not yet moved this turn, gain empowered 3 on an attack. No. Gain 1 against that damage. Bludgeon. Yeah, let's go smack this guy in the face. Let's do it. We'll do the Harbinger first. So the Harbinger is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. That's using 6 animus. And we're going to do a might check. We're going to do a black and 2 whites. The difficulty is 4. We succeed on a 5. So that tracker token's removed. So the little guy is down to 2 bonus damage now, because we've had 1 tree smashed. And we've had 2 kids rescued. That's good. That's good. Yep, so the rogue's going to move 4 using 4 animus. 1, 2, 3, 4 into the rear. Now let's use our Huntmaster's plate to add black to an attack. So this is a black, and we've got a red and 2 yellows. And then we're going to empower once to turn that into 3 blacks and a yellow. This is a strong attack. And we have moved, so yes, so when we critical during an attack that hits, we add 1 damage and 1 knockback to the attack, if we want. What an absolute puss bucket roll. We'll use a reroll. We'll use another reroll. This is not a... There we go. So we've used 2 rerolls. We've got a critical on that. Okay, so that is 3, 4, 5. What's defense is this guy's? Defense 5. Okay, 5, 5. And then this is a backstab. Sorry, I should have played my card. Would have been good. If targeting an enemy's rear, gain +5 damage and a lethality token. So that's going to be 5, 10. We're 1 short, but we did critical, and so we'll use this to add 1 damage, which takes us to 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. So we're down to 2 on the rear. So that backstab is done, and the rogue is tapped out, but that should be okay. So the priest, yep, fine. The warbear can't do anything. And yeah, I think we'll call it there. So this is going to be attacking the rogue with the transfix. It targets the Avi Harbinger with the transfix because it's the furthest hang on, is it in line of sight? With a line of sight to the satyr. Alright, so it's the warbear. So the warbear takes primal rage. Do not spend animus. You snap move into range of the closest target and attack using 5 cards including your might. You cannot use interrupts. Afterwards place your highest cooldown card. This triggers battle flows. Alright, so unfortunately the priest is about to get smacked in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stupid satyr. Oh, that is a punishing roll. 4, 10, 11. So yeah, we'll spend... Oh, he's defense 6. That's 1 damage. Cool. Cool. Warbear, what are you doing to us, man? The warbear is no longer pinned to the ground. Great, so that's the transfix. He's going to turn and attack our rogue. So we're going to play a dodge. We're going to dodge. Alright, so when we play dodge, we gain 2 armor against this attack, and we also guess the amount of damage that the enemy will draw. If you're within one of the correct answer, ignore the damage against you. So, it's 2 blacks. 1, 2. So they average 4. 2 reds. No, sorry, 1 red. 2 yellows and a white. So if we guess that that's worth 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, we'll guess 14. Got a feeling. 14. So the rogue has guessed 14 for this. Now remember, we still have low blow, so we could re-roll dice. 2's a bad start. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Chills. 0 damage. We do still get thrown though. I like it when your dodge comes off. The direction we're thrown is northwest. 1, 2, 3. Bounce to there. And then we do not collide with the satyr. And then he's going to move 3 to the northeast. It's very nice of the satyr. He's doing our job for us. Oh, I need to add 2 damage. 1, 2, 3. He smashed that one up, which is fantastic. So I needed to add 2 damage to that, which means I would have added 2 to my guess. So that's fine. 1. Alrighty. Good round for the good guys. So the Harbinger, we replenish here. We replenish here. Replenish. So yep, the priest is just going to do a prayer again. We're going to give out a reroll token, and a reroll token. And let's do the Warbear. Next we've got a Stream of Darklight, which is a chain attack. Yep, so we need to say separated from each other. We do want to target this right-hand claw flank position. So if the Warbear goes 1, 2, 3, 4, we're not getting to that one, but let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a move. And then the Warbear will get hurled. He's going to hurl him. Great. So the Warbear is going to attack. We're going to empower this attack. And so this is going to be 2 reds, so we're going to turn that into 2 blacks and a yellow. And we're going to use our toss. Alrighty, that's good for black. So that is 12, which is 2 damage. So 2 damage to that position. And we're then going to hurl the satyr 1 space to there. So the reason we're doing that is we can now attack that position that has his weapon thing. So I'm going to attack again because I have an animus token, and I'm going to empower it again. And we're just going to roll the same thing. So we use a reroll on, no, that's 1. So that goes to 5. We're going to attack again. We have no empower tokens this time, so we're going to roll 2 reds and 2 whites. So that's a miss, so we're going to gain our token of our choice. We'll take an empower token. We're going to attack again. We're going to empower. So it'll be a black, a yellow, and we'll add a white. Yep. Okay, so that is 10, which is 2 damage. So that dice is down to 3. So we've got a 3, a 4, and a 2. So it is important that we kill that dice, because that dice is the one that breaks one of the black dice off of him. So the priest could attack. The rogue could also attack. But we could also use the Abbey Harbinger to fly and then start swinging there as well. What attacks has the Harbinger got? That will be of value. Deadeye Shot would be nice. Prescient Strike would help. Okay, I have got a plan, I think. So I'm going to use the Harbinger's once per battle ability. That allows me to fly any position on the board. I fly to here. I'm now going to play Prescient Strike. Before this attack, predict whether it will miss or hit before using redraw tokens. If you are correct and it hits, add 2 damage to this attack. I'm going to predict that it will indeed hit. So I have 1 single black dice, and I'm going to empower another black dice. So I'm rolling 2 dice. So we're going to get a critical. And I might use a reroll. I don't have a reroll token. Okay, so that's 1 damage. It hits, but because I'm adding +2, it goes to 10. That's 2 damage. So that dice is down to 1, which is good. And now the Avi can do some more stuff. So this rotates around. So I've used all of those tokens. And that only cost 3 animus. Got lots of animus to spend here. Alright, so the stream of dark light is happening, which is target the Oathsworn. Yep, in case of ties, it's range 6 target and it chains to range 2. Okay, so we need to get everyone outside of range of each other. So the Abbey will move 1, 2 spaces. It's out of range 2. And the Kerr's going to spend 1 dice to move 1 to be out of range 2 as well. Excellent. So now the Abbey will, so you should be able to see, great positioning from the team. Everyone's outside of range 2. So now we're going to go for another attack, and this will be, yeah, I'm actually going to go, that's there. So if I go there instead with my movement, I can still attack that position, and it does mean that Deadeye Shot is available. No, I'm breaking the thing, so I'm going to be the target, so there's no point doing that. So I'm going to play Backstab, the Harbinger's version of Backstab, which is 3 animus. If this attack breaks a location, battle flow 1 card twice. So we are going to do that in a second. But let's do the attack. We're not attacking from the target's rear. So we will empower this. We're going to do 2 blacks. We need to hit a 5. That's a double miss. That's awful. We'll get that empower token back and we'll take a reroll token. It didn't break a location, so we're not going to get to battle flow twice. Alright, so that backstab brings these two. Okay. So I'm just going to play my 0 card, but I'm actually going to battle flow this backstab down to here and then play this 0. That's going to get me this token, and these are all going to come into my hand, and I'll immediately play that again. So this is in my hand, this is here, and this doesn't matter for the rest of the fight. And the backstab allows me to make an attack. I'll empower it, so it's 2 blacks. We're attacking the location that's broken, or not, is about to be broken. It is broken now. So, what is happening to my face there? Too many cameras. Doesn't like it. We break that dice. That location dice is broken. Alright, so now we're going to transfix, and this card is happening, and it's this one. All Oathsworn suffer knockback 2 in a random direction. Geez, that's just terrible. That is just out and out terrible for what we're trying to achieve here. Alright, well, let's hope things go well for the good guys. I'm going to leave this card here. Harbinger. Northeast. That's good. The Bear. Northwest. Okay, so the Bear's suffering a damage, but so is the big guy. The Kerr. The Kerr's moving 2, that's good for us, and as long as the priest doesn't go, he goes northeast. That's great. That's actually fine because the target is the Javi. So Tar, yep, great. So it's a range 6, so it is in range, and it's a claw attack. Okay, so this is 1 black because this location is now broken. 1 red. 2 yellow, and a white. Oh. And we have got the rogue in position to do low blow. We can also use a Deadeye Shot if we want to remove one of the enemy's cards because it's a non-adjacent enemy. That is nice. So I will play a defense card, will I? I'm defense 3. Yeah, we'll definitely play a defense card, but this might not even matter. Let's play Quill Throw to rotate this around. So we're defense 5 from this attack. 2. Blank. Blank. 2. Be a blank. Oh my god. We get to keep all of our cool cards and use them on an attack that matters. Great stuff. 0 damage. You are getting belted so far, Seder. You'll love to see it. So that is the Stream of Dark Light, and then he moves 3 to the southwest. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, and bounce back to here, which will push the rogue to there. All right, good. The next card is probably going to be the same. Oh no, it's a backhand. Cool. All right, the rogue could break a dice. We've removed his worst card, so that's good. Let's spend 2. Let's spend a 2 Animus token to replenish that, and we'll just move 1 so we can get into position for our Deadeye Shot. Great. Now we'll play Nightshade. So this is a 3 card, which is going to move our Huntmaster's Pride to here. If targeting the enemy's flank, it's also going to move that to there because that's actually played, not flipped. If targeting enemy's flank or rear, empowered, -3, gain a lethality token. I'll do that now. So this attack is going to be empowered 3, so it's going to be a black and 2 reds. The rear, we could break, and that would move him to stage 2. Or we could focus on the other dice. Let's attack the other dice. Oh no, if this attack causes a reaction, draw 1 less my card. We will attack the rear. It's enough to immediately critical and do stuff. So that is going to break the location. We will break the rear. We're moving to stage 2. Good so far. Good so far. Mind break. All Oathsworn. Oh, that's bad. Move 5 to the target and draw. Okay, it's a chomp attack. But he is still flipping 1 less dice, and we do have all of our cards available, which is great. All of our denial cards for the moment. So all Oathsworn draw and resolve a thing. So the Harbinger, piggyback. The closest friendly character to you must spend Animus if possible. The bear's got no Animus. Then they suffer knockback 2 in a random direction. Southeast, 1, 2. You place yourself in the closest empty hex to them. So that's there. Fun piggyback for the Avi Harbinger. It's got 2 cards. The Warbear, Snake. All your weapons are thrown 2 in a random direction. Place a tracker token. Alright, where are they going? Northeast. So that's where his weapons are. Got to go get them. You can act normally this round, but you cannot pick up your weapons. You may pick up your weapons in future rounds by moving onto the hex. You are unarmed until you pick up your weapons. Boo. The Cur. Dancing Marionette. Draw a black. It's a blank. Yep, great. If you run out of Animus during this move, we did not, so that's done. And the last one is the Priestly Priest, and he gets, it's so hot, Your armor is thrown 2 in a random direction. I hate that. Southeast. His armor is thrown down here. You may pick up your armor in future rounds. You only have 1 armor. Shields are unaffected by this. That is awful. We're running out of hallucination cards very, very quickly. Alright, then he's going to move 5 to the closest target. That target is the rogue. And then he's going to draw. Because we use Nightshade, this is going to be a black, 1 red, 2 yellow, and a white. The rogue will play a defense card, which will be Smoke Bomb. Yep. And that rotates Nightshade to there. So our defense is 5. So we have our present, or our all of our good cards available to block if we need to. 1, 4. Okay, so that's 11. If I spend a shield token, we go to only 1 damage. So I'll spend a shield token. We don't need to use our Prescient Strike at this point in time. That is still manageable. It's not Prescient Strike, it's, what's it called? Deadeye Shot. Excellent. And then he moves 3 to the southwest. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Bouncing around like an absolute doofus. The Priest. Can't pick up his armor this round. We pick it up next round. The Warbear. Can't pick up his weapons until next round. Sure, the rogue will just use throwing daggers. Which battle flows that? And yeah, so we'll just roll our, it's unarmed, so we'll empower it to be 3 yellows. Okay, that's 5, which is 1 damage. We'll take that down to 5 on his flank. Oh, that was a 3. So that's done. That was 2, and then we'll battle flow a card using Shank to bring our throwing daggers and this card back into our hand. The rogue's done. The Harbinger's done. The next card coming out is a Darklight Explosion. So it is going to attack the rogue again, and it's attacking all adjacent enemies. That's fine. Yep. Or I could go send the priest in. Yeah, I wouldn't mind sending the priest in. The priest has got lots of tokens left. Now the priest is going to try and heal the bear. He's in range 3. So we're going to roll 5 dice, and our target number is 6. The bear regains a wound, he goes to 5. And that's our second heal of the turn, of the scenario. The priest is having a great time, having an absolute ripper. And sure, all Oathsworn in range 3 gain a token. I'll use one of my tokens to do that. We'll gain an Empower, we'll gain an Empower, and the Harbinger will gain an Empower. That's our turn for now. So we're doing a Darklight Explosion. He's going to transfix, and the target is the furthest person with line of sight, and that's the priest, who has the least number of these. The priest, it's under my skin. Attack yourself using 4 might cards. This attack cannot miss or critical. Okay, remember our defense is, we've got no armor at the moment. So our defense is 1, but I think we, as a companion, are considered to have 3. Let's find out what we roll. 7. So if I spend my 2 shield tokens, even if it was 1, that'd just be 3. That'd be 2 wounds. Yep, so we'll do that. I don't know specifically if companions are supposed to have a different rule there, but it doesn't say they are, so we'll assume negatively for me. Boo. You may use defense cards as normal. You may then act normally. Very unhelpful. Attacking knockback to area of effect. This attack type. Oh, he's not moving. Oh, great. That's attacking no one. He's not moving. Knockback to area of effect. This attack targets all adjacent enemies. Get around it. What's he doing now? And then he's moving 3 to the south. 1, 2, 3. Priest moves to there. Okay, so he's doing a gore, so we want to try and knock out his face if we can. Alright, it's our turn. So let's go and get our armor back. The priest is going to walk 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got his armor back. And then I'll just do all of my replenishes. So he's walked, grabbed his armor. And then I reckon he's going to make an attack. So we're going to double empower this attack. So it's 3 blacks. No, 2 blacks and a yellow. No, red, 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 black, black, black. We're going to use reroll token. And we're going to use reroll token at this point, probably. Great. So we've done 10, which is 2 wounds to his face. He's down to 4 on the front. He is going to charge through the priest. I think we're okay with that. The priest will then attempt to heal himself. This is the last attempted heal he can do. His target number is 5. He fails, but he's got a reroll token, so he'll use a reroll token. He succeeds. He heals himself for 1, which is the last heal that we have. He's up to 4. And he's still got a free action, or he's still got an action. So our healing is now offline for the rest of the fight. So we might use this blessing token thing at a later point. The cur, what have you got available? Got a backstab. Yep, so the cur will move too. And he'll play his backstab. 4 animus to do that. It is automatically plus 5 damage, but he's going to spend his empower token to go to a black and 2 reds. And do we want to spend lethality? No, I don't think so. And we gain a lethality token when we do that. So we're now at 3. We're attacking one of these 2 dice. That could be either a 3 or a 5. We'll take the 3. This one doesn't do it. Yeah, no, okay, maybe we won't. That's all right. We're going to spend a reroll on that one. Okay, so that attack misses. So we gain our thingy back, and we'll also gain a another empower token. All right. Not impressive from the rogue. Okay, the bear. There's a bear in there. And the chair as well. Yeah, the bear will move into the rear. And he will attack. I'm actually going to move the rogue away, I think. He'll move one to here. Because the bear's probably about to break a location. We'll go black, black, yellow on this attack. Spending an empower token. And yeah. We could toss this guy into the rogue. We use a reroll on that. We'll roll a 5 and a 4 critical, or 2 5 criticals I should say. We'll use a reroll token on that. Alright, so we're only doing 10. But we'll toss him into the rogue, which breaks that. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes down to 2 to 1. And then he actually gets thrown. Oh no, that's the right side, yep. Into the rogue. Damages that, the rogue goes down to 4. Dunk. So the bear has broken a location. And so we're going to trigger Gore. So he's going to transfix again. The target for transfix is the person who's got the least. So we've got 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. So the priest will be the target. Recurring Nightmare. Oh no, sorry, not the priest, the Harbinger. Keep this card for the rest of the encounter. If this is in your hand, it must be played at the first round. Cool. So that goes in there. And then we go to move 5 to its target. It's moving 5 to the bear. Well done, bear. He's going to chomp with his teeth, charge through 4, draw once, and apply the full damage to all targets. There is no other targets, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. The bear is chomped. Use both of these reroll tokens as well. Alright, so this location has not been broken. So it's 1 black, 2 blacks, 1 red, 2 yellows, and a white. And we have all of our cool cards available, except for low blow. No, I think we do have low blow, because this attack happens before he moves away. So there's a 1, 0. There's another 0. 3, 4, blank, 3. The easiest way to stop this from happening is for the Avi Harbinger to play Deadeye Shot and remove that 4, which we will do. Oh. The bear suffers no damage, doesn't even need to bite. I just want to do that anyway so I can rotate that card around. This one so that the bear can recover his health. Great turn. Alright, the bear's done. The priest still has a move. The cur still has 2, but we won't use anything from the cur. The Harbinger is fully operational. Fully operational. Only has a couple of cards in hand though. That's a backstab if this is attacking the target's rear, if this attack breaks a location. Yeah, okay. So I could go quickening and then backstab. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play quickening, which is going to rotate this card to here for Animus. One other friendly character may... Oh yeah, and we're moving 2. So the Warbear's going to move 1, 2. and we'll move 1, 2. And then we make an attack. And we will empower this attack, so it's 2 blacks. Very good. And this will go on this dice here. Could also go on this one, because it's adjacent. So maybe we'll go on the front actually to remove the chomp. We'll spend a reroll token on that. So that's 1 damage. Goes down to 3. And then we will play a backstab for 3 dice, 3 animus I should say, which returns quickening down to here. Yep, that's fine. We spent that, and we will again level this one up. 1, 2, 3. So that's 8. Oh, sorry, this is empowered 5, so we're rolling another black. So that's 10. So that does 2 damage. So that jaw is at 1. And now we will spend this to battle flow a card once, and that will be backstab. And then we will play Talon Strike to bring all those back into hand. Sorry, those ones into hand. So that's good. We do need to bring some of the rest of these down. The priest still has a move. The warbear, nope, nothing left for the warbear. The cur, does the cur want to throw some daggers? No, the cur might move too, just so we can get into position to low blow. Yep, great. So we're going to do our transfix again, and it's going to target the Harbinger. You believe you can fly. Move to the closest obstacle and throw yourself off it. Oh, if you're an RV, suffer no hit point loss from the fall. So we go 2 from in a random direction, which is north. So we'll assume that we go here, 1, 2. We suffer no damage, we land. Glorious. The RV's a champion. Then is moving 7 to the Oathsworn with the least amount of hallucinations, that is the cur. It's going to attack the cur, and then it's going to move 3 to the south. So the cur is getting attacked with a broken attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's, sorry, we need to play a defense card. We've got low blow. So we're going to play our throwing daggers as a defense card, which rotates backstab around. So we've got 2 defense up to 4. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be 2 damage. But we can low blow. And I want to do that so I can rotate these around. So we're going to redraw some cards. And if these cards are redrawn into blanks, we get a lethality token. So I'll redraw a yellow. Hang on, let's look at the decks. So the yellow's drawn out 3 blanks. The white's drawn out 2 blanks. All right, so we might, I'm actually okay with the red and the black ones. So let's redraw a yellow and a red. Yellow's into a 3, or the white into a 2. Okay, so we've added 2 to our damage. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to spend this, 2 damage. That's a shame. But we needed to do that to battle flow cards. So I feel that's okay. All right. So the rogue's down to 2 health with no more healing. We might need to get our prescience thing happening. And then the bullhead's going to move 3 to the south. 1, 2, 3 to there. The warbear did move and get his stuff, so because he moved around. Okay. So it's our turn. So the cur will gain backstab back and 6 dice, or 6 animus rather. We're going to gain 7 animus here. 2 and 2. This one comes into here. Alright, and the next card, which is a stage 2, is Wave of Dark Light. That's just a 1 wave card in this thing, isn't it? Alright, I need to break a dice, but I need to do that late, so particularly against this guy. Okay, so the bear there's a bear in there. Yeah, we just need to start getting dice. We just need to start getting stuff down. Okay, so the bear's going to use his hurl. He's just going to attack 2 reds and a white. So he does 1 damage, and we're going to do that to this dice here. And we're going to hurl that guy 1 space to there. The cur's now in range to attack. So the cur will use his, if you've not yet, oh hang on a second, he's got this. Gain 1 shield against that damage. So we'll actually play that. And that will reduce the damage that we took to 3. I think, what was it? No, it won't. But it just means we'll keep that. Okay, if we're not moved yet this turn, gain an empower token on this attack. So the attack that we're going to play is a backstab, which will rotate all of these cards over here. That costs us 4 animus. And this will be 5. Empowered 3. Gain a lethality token. Yep. So we'll empower this attack, so it will be black, red, red. And then we might as well spend 2 lethality tokens to make it 3 blacks. Okay, good, critical. Alright, so that is 5, 4 and 3, that's 12. So that's going to be 17, which is 3 damage. We'll take that dice down to 1. And then we'll play a Battle Flow 1 card, which will be that, and all of these come back into hand. So we've got our Huntmaster's Pride, we've got our Bludgeon back. More importantly though, we've got our Dodge, which is what we need. Okay, so the cur's basically done. The priest. Yeah, so the priest is going to move. 1, He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the priest is going to use his gain a token for everyone. So we're going to give the warbear a empower. We're going to give ourselves a reroll. And we're going to give the cur a reroll. And then we're going to spend our battle flow token that we have to do an attack, which will be 3 yellows. We'll just roll 3 yellows. Okay, so that does 1 damage. That could break a location. We could break the front if we wanted. Do we want the priest to take this next attack? I don't have my Deadeye shot, but I do have my low blow. The priest has got 4 health. No, I don't think we want the priest to take this attack. Actually, I want to knock it out. Yep. So we're going to do this. So Wave of Dark Light goes away. We're moving to the stage 3s, and what we want to see is reality collapse, basically, go to the bottom of the deck. It is reality collapse, goes to the bottom of the deck. Very nice. So you don't do it as a reaction. Rage. Alright, so Rage says, transfix, move to its target, attacking the target, change target to the furthest Oathsworn. Actually, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be an attack on the priest. 1, as a broken location, 2, 3, 4, 5. The priest has no... I probably should give myself an armor token, actually, knowing what I was doing. So we'll do that. Alright, first card. Yeah, it's a black 5. We knew that was coming. 7, 8, 8 in total. The bear's going to use his chomp to do no damage. Great. And then he's going to change target to the furthest Oathsworn, which is move 7, up to the Harbinger here. And this card triggers Fractured Image. Yep. Yep, so he's doing the same on the Harbinger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll come over here because we are going to play a defense card. And we want that defense card to be Prescient Strike, so we can rotate cards around. So that's going to take us to defense 5. And that's all we can do. 1, 4, 4. No damage. We have drawn some very, very good cards in this playthrough so far, this particular chapter. Okay. And that's it. So now we have Fractured Image on the top, and we actually want that to stay on the top. We don't want that to disappear, because the next card that we draw can't afford to be a reality collapse. So I have to play Recurring Nightmare. Cost me an Animus. Quickening. Yeah, we'll play Quickening, 4 cost. I get to move 2. These all rotate around. I get to move 2. So I'll move 1, 2, and then we get to make an attack. That's just a normal attack, so that's going to be a black, and we'll roll 2 whites, I guess. Okay. 2 white criticals. Fine. Another white critical. Let's go, Deno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is only going to be 1 damage. We don't have a reroll token, so that's going to be down to 5. And then we are also going to spend 1 animus to battle flow 1 card, which will be quickening. That comes back. All of these come back into hand, which gains me a 2 animus token. I'll then immediately play that. And I'm going to play Prophetic Fulfillment, am I? No, I don't need to at the moment. So I'll spend both of these now to gain 4 animus. And now, if I move 2, I can get into his rear and I can backstab. So let's do that. So this attack is from the enemy's rear. So if this breaks the location, 1, 2, we can battle flow a card twice. And it's empowered 5, so we'll roll 2 blacks. I don't have a reroll, which would have been nice. Oh, alright, I'll take a reroll. That's awful, awful, unfortunate luck for us. C'est la vie. Such is life. So I do still have the bear. He's yet to move and yet to attack. We definitely want the bear to move and attack. So the bear will move 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to attack with his thing, and we will empower this attack. So it's going to be 2 blacks and a yellow. Oh, actually, we could use our thrown attack. Yeah, let's do that. So this adds 4 damage to the target as well. So this is done. Add an amount of damage equal to the target. That was a 4. Done that. So that's going to be 2 damage. So that dice is down to 3. And then we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. We want to be the target. And that's it. So that empower's gone. Yep, I think that's it. Alright, Fractured Image. It's transfixing the person with the least number of cards, which is the Cur. And it is going to do a Mind War to a basic check. Alright, 5 dice. The Rogue. Never in doubt. Gain an armor token. You can't break my mind, Sita. You can't. You failed. Good. Good. Thank you for that Mind War. Had a nice time. And now he's going to gain 2 armor for the rest of the encounter. So he goes up to armor 7. That's not good, but we've got a little way around that. Move 5 to its target. Its target is the bear. He's going to chomp the bear. And the bear is ready and able to take this attack. It's a broken attack, so it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. The bear has his bite available, so he's going to bite. He's armor 8, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10. We bite, that takes that attack down to 7. The bear suffers no damage. There's a bear in there, and a bite as well. Then he's going to move 3 north. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the next card that comes out, if it's Reality Collapse, we're in great shape. It's Reality Collapse. Okay. So basically what we need to do is we need to save the bear for last. Because we're going to plink this last wound off. We're going to plink this last wound off by throwing the dude into the Abbey Harbinger. So we're going to set up for that. Then we need to kill the other card, the other thing. with the rest of my dice, but we should be able to do that. Even though he's armor 7, it means we need to roll 21, or at least 3 individual instances of 7. The priest will move 4. One, two, three, 4. And the priest is now going to give everyone a token. So we're going to take a reroll token on the bear. We're going to take a empower token on the Avi. I'm going to take a reroll token on the rogue. Very good. And we used our staff to give that range 5. So the priest is done. The Harbinger has to play 1 for its stupid recurring nightmare. Move 2. Yep, so we're going to spend 1 Animus on the rogue to move 1 space. And then we're going to play Quickening, which is a 4 Animus on the Avi to move 2. And we're going to use the Bardiche to increase our range, 1, 2. So we're here, we're going to attack. We're going to empower this attack, so it's going to be 2 blacks. And we just need to get 7. And 1 other friendly character in range may move 2, so we're going to move 2 behind there. Okay, we're going to spend our reroll token. Come on, Deno, come on. Come on. 8. 1 damage. It's down to 2. Gone, gone. 1 shield. Alright, now the rogue is going to move 1, 2 into the rear. The rogue is going to make an attack with the Huntmaster's Pride to gain a black, a red, and 2 yellows. We're going to empower that into be a black, 3 blacks and a yellow. And then we might as well empower it 1 more, 2 more times. So we've got 4 black dice. We're rolling 4 black dice for our rogue attack. We are in the back, so this is a back stab. So we're gaining plus 5 damage. And we have our dodge available when we break this location. Everything is working as intended. As long as we can roll, what do we need? 9 on these dice. We have 3 reroll tokens. So this should be okay. If we critical, we get to add plus 1 damage and 1 knockback to the attack. Okay, well the bear's just going to move around to here. And we can do it in 1 hit. Let's go, rogue. Alright, we need 1 more on this dice. Alright, so that's 11, plus the backstab damage of 5 is 15, 16. He's 7 armor. We're going to use our bludgeon to add 1 damage and knockback to the attack. That attack hits him, knocks him into this. Reality Collapse is going to disappear because you can't do it as a reaction. So we're just going to suffer a wave of dark light. He's going to move to the center of the board, like so. And then he's going to do a wave. The wave attack targets the rogue. We will bite this guy with this attack. This is a broken attack. The rogue's going to attempt to dodge this. So we'll guess 12, I guess. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Does no damage. And then the bear suffers 1 hit. And because the throw goes into him and it breaks both dice. And we win! Come on! So good. We ended that with 5, 8, 13, 15 health. Chapter 8. Epilogue. You break the satyr's staff and cast the fiend down. As the orange eyes finally go dim and lifeless, you see Samuel standing behind the satyr. You had hoped ending the satyr would also end the visions of your dead comrade, but from the look of the smirk on his face, he is not going anywhere. As the children start crying, Samuel disappears in a blink. You learn the young girl Lena was taken from a village near Verum, not Cistercia, and decide she will return there with you. After delivering the Venerator's armour to the Lord Marshal and collecting your mendicants, you begin the trip back to Verum. Gain ally card 21, which is Lena. And we gain 20 iron. Lena. The satyr's victim. Oh yeah, she's actually quite a good ally if I remember rightly. She's got good range. Okay, and then... $20 iron, plus if you have the Venerated Plate, archive it and gain 8 iron. So we're giving this away. 8 iron, 20 iron is 28, and we gain the extra unique item box. So let's mark that off. Extra unique item, encounter finished, tally level, loot and losses. So we're going to take this one, so we can hold up to 20 items. And the characters don't get any buffs, but we are going to switch out into the Exile, which is great. So I go 28 gold. $43. And we have a couple of things we need to sell. So I'm going to sell some armour. Armour 1. Armour 2, and then, sure, armor 3. So we've got these 4 items. I've got another 6 over here, yep. So that is going to be, okay, I'm probably not selling those. 4, 8, 11, 15. So we've got 58 gold. All right, and now we tally level, loot, and losses. So these are all out of my hand now. Let's clean up some stuff here because that was crazy. So we've still got a perforation, not my favourite, but we've got a bardiche. That's a really fun fight. The hallucination cards make the fight a lot more dynamic because all the planning in the world will not stop you from picking up your mate and going for a piggyback ride. And that's actually a good thing, I think. Huntmaster's Pride on the Rogue once again proves its worth. Firewater was amazing because we can use that on throwing daggers. Amazing. Alright, so we're going to have to discard one of these things. I think we'll discard the Bishop's Chastisement. So he's done for his discard. I don't really want to discard the Plate of the Fallen. I do have another Evergreen Staff, so I'll discard that. Here, we've got heaps of armour, so we're going to discard this Warm Fleece Tunic. And the Cur, we'll get rid of the sword. Okay, so we don't need to actually do that yet. We're actually supposed to take these first. So let's do that. Good fight, man. So cool. All right, 1, a bastard sword. 2, another bastard sword. 3, another bardiche. Don't need weapons. All right, a ripped leather Akaton. And we also gain 3 of these. Ooh, Flame Quench Coat. 2. This item triggers battle flow like an ability card. Nice. 3. The Bone of the Red Saint. Oh. Oh man, those two are way better. I'm taking this. I want that. That's fun. Cool. All right. At this point, we're going to depart, and when I come back, which will be just after lunch, I'll be playing with the Exile, and I'll set everything up for the Exile. So